What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live here tonight on this beautiful Wednesday evening, here to talk some great Miami Dolphins football. Y'all bear with me 1 second. I want to make sure I got my focus good here. All right. Y'all bear with me. All right, there we go. There we go. It looks better. Looks better. All right, we're good. We're good. Had to get my focus right, guys. But we are live here again on this Wednesday night to have a good conversation. Shout out to everybody coming into the building. I see y'all coming in. Hit that like button on your way in. M. Subrier is the first one in the building. Shout out to you. Angel, I see you. Team TFG. What's up with you, Shiggy? Shout out to the Mod Squad. EM Dolphins fan in the building. What's good, bro? What's up? What's up, Gavin? I see you, King's Kivzilla. Okay. What's up, TD? I appreciate you, man. Joel, I'm good, man. Just here trying to enjoy some time with my family, my PHINS family, as always, doing what we do best. Yo, TD, what's good? What we talking about? A lot of stuff. We picked up a lot of players. Not overly impressed about it, but we picked up some players, let some players go. And we're just gonna chat for a little bit. What's up, TD? How do you feel about drafting Oregon quarterback? D Howard, I don't feel, because it depends on what round, when would we take them if we did take that chance. That's what it's about, man. A lot of these guys, it's about when do we take them. All right. What TD love, what you do. What TD love, what you do. I appreciate you, D Breezy. Shout out to you, homie. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in the building, guys. We got 50 people, 42 people in the building, only 17 likes. Punch that like button. My brother in the room. Shout out to Bree the G. I see you. What's up, William? What's happening, TD? I'm on the other side of the world and haven't just woken up. Now you good, Jazza 803. Shout out from the other side of the world. Just live right now. Finna hang out with y'all for a little, talk about some of the stuff going down. That is one hell of a tree. Yeah, you must have missed the panel conversation last night. I debuted the beautiful tree, man. The wife put it together. It's just amazing, man. I'm just amazed. It's just, if you could just see all the detail in there, it's a lot of stuff you probably don't see, but it's all kind of dolphin ornaments and everything up in there, man. It's pretty nice, man. Might have to study the tree, just looking for this, looking for that. But anywho, but yeah, I love my tree. I love my tree. I keep thanking my wife for it. Hey, TD, at work, trying to watch. All right, Kenneth, man, don't get in trouble, man. You know how they be acting sometimes. But love that Finsmas tree. Oh, I like that Finsmas tree. Oh man, I got to get my ornament turned around. My standalone ornament. I don't see my dolphin logo. Hold on, man. Make sure my dolphin logo showing. Get that out the way. There we go. Here we go. It's an ornament that belongs on the tree, but I ain't want to put it on the tree. It's my favorite ornament, man. Let me keep it with me. It's my favorite one, man. My favorite one, man. It's pretty nice because it lights up, man. Off, on. Woo! I just love this one, man. There's something about it, man. Let me sit it on my mic next to me, man. Y'all probably can't see it, but it's here. All right. I'll put it back. It's TD all over the place right now, man. I'm all over the place. I like your cup, TD. I need one. Which one, man? What cup you talking about? This one? The Dolphins cup? The one I keep drinking my water from? I got like 70 cups. Or you talking about one back there? I don't know. Shout out Reno, Nevada. All right, man. What's up, Jay Orion? Yes, sir. Did we do good or bad? In regards to what? Share, TD. Put that cowboy star for your wife. The devil is a lie. That one, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. It's a nice cup. My wife ordered this one, man. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice, man. Did we do good or bad? I don't know what you're talking about. That one, yeah. Water, man. Oh, it's water. It's H2O, baby. It's H2O, baby. I'll tell you if it ain't. I ain't got to lie. Ain't got to lie at all. Drafts. William said, did we do good or bad drafts? I don't know what you're talking about, though, William. Buying myself a jersey for Christmas, Parker or Howard, what you thinking? Don't buy a Howard jersey until he gets his new deal. I'm just saying, don't buy a Howard jersey. No, not Howard. Don't buy a Parker jersey. Excuse me. Don't buy a Parker jersey until he gets a new deal. Because whether you believe it or not, stuff like this can be shortly lived. Not only can it be shortly lived, but it could also be, he could be playing himself into being traded as well. Nobody's talked about that yet, but let's keep it 100. You see what this team been doing? You see what this team's been doing? He could be playing himself into a massive trade. I mean, no, don't write it off. Let's not sit here and act like let's not write it off now. You see what I mean? Let's keep it 100, buy a jersey and put your name on the back, play it safe. Hey, I agree with that too, but it's always good to buy a jersey. So you don't go wrong with Marino. That's the safe bet. You never go wrong with Marino. How about that? How about I answer it like that? All right. You can't go wrong with a Marino jersey. That's your safest bet, man. That's your safest bet, man. Yeah, I got tricked. I bought a Sue jersey. I bought a Minka Fitzpatrick jersey. You talk about you got tricked. I bought a Minka Fitzpatrick jersey. Man, talk about you got tricked. And I ain't buy it as rookie. Yeah, I just bought it this summer. That's what you call getting tricked. Oh, still dreaded. It's in the closet hanging up, man, next to the Tannehill jersey. The Tannehill jersey value going up a little bit. I'm just saying, ooh. Oh, man, yeah, don't get me started about Adam Gase. Oh, contradict himself. He trying to get his name out of bad graces around here, talking about how proud he is of Tannehill right now. That guy, him and Matt Burke, man. Gosh, I just can't get the taste out my mouth from them two. So I've been drinking all this water, trying to flush it. Just can't get it out. Them guys, man. I'm still mad about my Minka Fitzpatrick jersey. I know. Oh, God, I still got his jersey too clean. Exactly, man. We snatched up Mac Hollins from Eagles. Wide receiver 6'4". Man, I ain't impressed with I'm not impressed with the Mac Hollins pickup. But again, because he wasn't great with the Eagles. He dropped a lot of balls as far as I know. But let me say this. You never know what new coaching can do for you. We might be raving about Hollins in weeks to come or next season. Who knows? But yeah, we did pick him up. We got rid of who was it? Chris Reed. We got rid of the center. We brought in another center. These guys gonna be competing. Him, Bohm, gonna be competing to basically back up the center we have now. So it'll be interesting, man. We just all it is just bringing in talent that has some experience, seeing if this coaching staff can get their hands on it and what can we do with them. They're on the waiver wire. These are practice squad guys. Can we turn them into something? And I have a special breaking news as well. Tomorrow I will be live around 2:30 p.m. with me and some of the Tuesday night panelists. We will be live. We will be watching Tua Tagovailoa's press conference that he called for tomorrow at 2:30. He apparently wants to make an announcement, so this is going to be very interesting. Whether or not he's going to stay in school, is he coming out? I don't know what the announcement is, but he is making an announcement. Like I already told some of the Tuaneers, if this man stays in school, I'm gonna be trolling them for the rest of the year. Just be prepared. If you're a Tuaneer and he goes up there tomorrow and says, I'll be staying in Alabama one more year, TD will be trolling you for the rest of the year. I will be laughing at every chance that I get. If he says he's coming out in the NFL, good for him. But at the same token, Miami's not going to be getting him. He is going to slide, guys. He is going to slide. He is not. And people are like, well, what benefit does he have of coming out? I mean, staying in school. Because if Tua goes late first round, he is going to be making pennies. He's compared to what he could have made being a top prospect. He is going to be making pennies. Why is he going to come out of, even if he's drafted in the first round, number 32 overall, just hypothetically, he is going to be making pennies. You got a better chance coming back to school, rehabbing, playing the few games that you're going to play just to show people you can still play, and then go right back up into a top prospect, making tons, a whole lot more money. So I think he's going to announce that he's staying in school tomorrow, but I could be wrong. He could probably say, hey, I'm coming out to the draft and, I'm going to work hard to prove that I'm the guy, whatever. It is what it is. He's still making money, though. Yeah, he's still making money, but how about all y'all put yourself into his shoes? If you got the risk of going late in the first round and in the second round making $1 million a year or $2 million a year, and you get a 4-year deal as a rookie making about $8 million versus going back to school for 1 year and making what, $50-60 million? The first year you get drafted, you're going to be making $15 million, signing bonus and everything. You make more in 1 year than you make in the whole first 4 years. You make 2 times as much in the first year than you make in all the 4 years. And then in those 4 years, making that little bit of money, you risking getting injured again or not being the same. Come on, man. If he was smart, he would go back to Alabama, heal up 100%, wait till about the end of the season. I wouldn't even wait mid-season. I'll wait till like the last 3 games for Alabama. I will play just to show I still got it, or just do well. You ain't even got to do great. They just want to see you healthy. They know your talent. They just want to see you healthy. You don't even have to put up astronomical numbers. You could play like 3 games, declare for the NFL, and you're at least a top 15 pick. You're going to go at least top 15. So come on, man. We're talking about potential 4 years, $8 million versus 4 years, $60-70 million. Come on. I don't want to hear that he's still getting paid. Stop. If he was smart, he would stay in school. But hey, to each his own. He got his own decision to make. If he comes out, his risk. Bodies are a trip. Some can take the car wreck all day long. Some have the yellow tape, that same caution, fragile, no science behind it. It is what it is. I agree, David, to a degree. I just think that there is something to it. And that's just where my faith kicks in. Some can take the same hit and be fine. Some can take that hit and yellow tape. I just think that's God. So it just depends. We'll see, man. We'll see what Tua do. But tomorrow we will be live. Some of the panelists will be joining me, and we will be watching to see what Tua decides, whether he wants to stay in school, whether he wants to go to the NFL, or if he might want to retire. You never know. It's a press conference. He got an announcement. He got something to tell the people. So we're gonna be here tomorrow around 2:30 p.m. Eastern time to see what he got to say. We got 97 people in the building. Y'all hit that like button for me. Punch that like button. Man, EM Dolphin nervous. Look at him. He in the comment section say y'all need to stop with this hate. Nah, don't get nervous. He nervous, y'all. EM Dolphin's like, oh my gosh, why did you call a press conference? Why didn't you just wait till February? I'm nervous now. I don't know what you're gonna say tomorrow. Oh my gosh, Tua, please say you're coming to the NFL. And please, Miami, draft him, even if it's in the 8th round. We gonna find out, man. We gonna see tomorrow. It's gonna be interesting, man. And I'm glad some of the panelists gonna be able to join us. I know Reason will be on board. EM might be there. You know how EM is. He always show up late when he know it might be bad news. He might sit there and watch Tua, and if he say he coming to the NFL, he'll be the first one on the stream. Oh, I'm here. Yeah. And then if he say he going back to school, he gonna come on that night saying, yeah, I had to work earlier, man. Oh man, yeah, look at EM talking about the devil is a lie. Yeah, man, just stop lying. Oh man. Oh, hey, Tua making a decision tomorrow. Well, he say he got something to say, so I guess it's a decision. We'll see, man. We're gonna find out tomorrow. I'm interested. I can't wait to see what's going on, what he's gonna say. Y'all hit that like button, man. We got 106 in the building. People act like they just can't hit the like button. We're gonna try to get these likes up, man. Let's go on the like campaign. All y'all who appreciate the channel, let them know in the comment section to hit the like button, man. We got 107 in the building, 51 likes. Let's see if we can get the likes up. 56. Come on, can we get to 75? Hit that like button. We at 58 and we're moving. Can I get a 60? Can I get a 60? We at 59? 59 over here. Can I get a 60? Can I get a 60? How many likes do we get? How many likes do we get? Anybody else said, oh, we got a 60 over there. Can I get a 62? Can I get a 65? Any more like, oh, 63. Oh, we lost the like. EM Dolphin fan got mad and he took his like away. Come on, EM Dolphin fan, put your like back. Oh, we got 64. He put it back. Wait, any more 2 in the ears that want to hit that like button? No, there goes 68. Some of them are coming along. Come on. Hit that like button. 71. 4 more to go and we hit 75. Any more out there want to hit that like button? Don't be a hater. Just hit the like button. 73. Any more? Oh, we went down to 71. That was the Tua lovers. Any more Tua lovers want to take that like button? Oh, man. Smash that like button, man. Ben done hit that like button, TD. I know. I just be trolling people, man. I can't wait. Hey, if this man stay in college tomorrow, y'all, like I said, TD gonna be the biggest troll for the rest of the month. Never ever on board for Tank for Tua. Come on, man. No way to play the game exactly and or have foresight. Oh, it don't went by so fast. It's gone now, that comment. There it is. Have the foresight to know what's going down with the draft order. We would be fools to trade our draft capital. Exactly, man. He gonna tell the world he likes anchovies on his pizza. Oh, man. Even if Rosen is not the guy I think he is, let's let him start next year since he is damn near free for us. I agree with that, man. We people, it kills me. We still got to give Rosen a shot. Y'all think what we gave Rosen was a shot? Y'all think that little brief stint was a shot? No, man. We got to weather the storm. I understand that Flores wanted to win, and Fitzpatrick gave us the best option to win. Some of y'all can't forget Fitzpatrick playing some of the best football of his career. He just beat Rosen out, but that ain't a bad thing for Rosen. Fitzpatrick is playing great football. Great football. Yeah, people are like, oh, if he couldn't beat out Fitzpatrick, then this ain't for him. Fitzpatrick is playing great football. So, and Flores keeps saying, Fitzpatrick gives us the best chance to win right now because he got beat out. It is what it is. I wouldn't say great. See, stop hating, EM Dolphins fan. Stop hating. If Tua played and you said great and I said I wouldn't say great, you'll be telling me stop hating. Stop that mess, man. Stop. TD, how you feel about Ron Rivera? Ron Rivera is a victim. He's a victim of what I continue to preach on this channel. He got his job with Carolina the same year they drafted Cam Newton. Cam Newton isn't making a lot of money, gets rookie of the year. Then the next year they get what's the linebacker name? What's that guy name? Who did they get? What's the linebacker? Because he won defensive player of the year. Y'all know, y'all football enthusiasts. What's his name? He won defensive player of the year in Carolina. Kuechly, right? Yeah, Luke Kuechly. Yep. They got Kuechly that very next year, from what I remember. Everything was looking up, They weren't great, but then all of a sudden they go to the the championship game. Then they win the division like 2 times. Next thing you know, they go to the Super Bowl. And like I keep on telling EM, soon as he get his money, they can't afford all the great talent around him. And then on top of it, Cam Newton start getting injured. See, this is the thing about it. You put all that money into one guy, asking him to carry the team. What happens when he get hurt? Ooh. Everybody always talk about pay the man. Pay the man that takes up that you want to take up 20% of your salary cap. But what happens if he gets hurt? What happens when he gets hurt? TD injury is not his money. No. It has something to do with money. Because when you get injured, you got wasted money. You got wasted money in a large chunk. See, y'all, we don't talk about that, do we? See, I want to say it's not the money, it was his injury. Then that's the money. You're taking a large contract worth of talent off of your team, and that piece ain't even playing because of the injury. Come on, man. This is why you don't put your eggs all in one basket. Because if that basket get crushed, you're like, where can I picked up a few more eggs, but I ain't got nothing to sit it in. Putting all your money in these one guys, quarterbacks. And then whenever they get hurt, you got all that money sitting on the bench getting paid, and your team around it is like, oh my gosh, I hope I can have a replacement quarterback come in and play just as well. And ain't it sad how a lot of these replacement quarterbacks be coming in looking better than the starter? Oh, let me sip again. And in some cases, even if they don't look as good as the starter, they still getting the job done. Let me sip again. But we always talk about pay the guy. Always talk about pay the guy. Facts, TD. Carolina never have the money to get big name skill positions. I know. It's about 10 to 12, 15 teams in this league that's in the same situation. They got a large portion of their money in one guy. And then when he go down, it's like, all that money just sitting on the bench. He's still collecting it for free. Now we got to put this backup in. Oh my gosh, the backup is playing somewhat better than the starter. And even if he ain't playing better, oh my gosh, the backup is still helping us win games. Woo! I'm out of water on that. I'm out of water on that. And y'all keep on coming out here with that delusion, talk about pay them. What else are you going to do? You got Nick Foles out here getting paid, and his backup sometimes look better than him. You got Ben Roethlisberger out here getting money, and you got a guy named Duck out here getting the job done. Come on, man. It's crazy. They rely on rookies to blossom. Wait till they have to pay McCaffrey. Exactly. Everybody want their rookie to be the next Tom Brady and blossom until the day you got to pay him, and you don't even think about it. Oh, you better pay him. And when you pay him, you're happy. And then the very next year, man, the GM sucked. Why he can't get our quarterback any weapons? Oh, finally, this offseason, we got weapons. And then at the end of the season, man, why our defense sucks? Now they went and straightened up the defense. Oh, my gosh, they not even protecting our quarterback now. Now they going to protect the quarterback. Oh, my gosh, we got the worst running backs in the league and the worst defensive line. Now they go address those issues. Oh my gosh, where are we going to get the money to pay our quarterback again? It's 4 years later. We done had 4 different problems, 4 different areas we couldn't fix. And then when we fixed it, we lost on another area. And now we got to pay our quarterback again. Who are we going to lose? Oh my gosh, we got to lose that defensive end that we got 2 years ago. We got to cut him on this 3rd year because he has no more guaranteed money. Well, do what you got to do. We can't lose our quarterback. Oh, we got to cut our left tackle. Oh, well, do what you got to do. We can't lose our quarterback. Quarterback come back again, get us a whole new big old deal. Man, why we can't get to the quarterback? Well, didn't you just cut a defensive end last year? Why did we cut him? Because you paid the freaking quarterback again. You paid the freaking quarterback again. Man, we paying all this money in the quarterback and we can't protect him on his blind side. You got to get a left tackle. Well, then we have to let him go because we paid the quarterback again. And everybody keep on falling into the same trap over and over. And I keep telling people, and they think I'm delusional. I keep telling them, I said, Bill Belichick is literally laughing every year. Every time one of these quarterbacks sign a massive deal, he laughing. Idiots again. Idiots again. Belichick and them just be laughing. This is why they don't talk about that type of stuff. They don't talk about that type of stuff because they sitting back laughing all the way to the bank. Every time one of the teams that are close to taking them down, Belichick knows you will only be good enough to take us down once, because that means in order to take us down, you geared up. You went for broke. And you went for broke so much that you're going to have like 5 or 6 top players that's going to need their money next year. And you ain't even going to be able to keep by two or three of them. You're going to lose two or three other big ones and some of them, the middle of the road players you got because they just won a Super Bowl and their value just went up too. But we good. We keep everything right around average, copacetic, and just keep on coasting. We win. Oh, this year y'all got us because you loaded up. But you know what? Y'all ain't going to be able to sustain Eagles. And like the Eagles did, they went right back down. And then the Patriots went back to winning. Just like when Seattle came. Oh, Seattle got us this once, but they ain't going to be able to sustain because they did the same thing. And what did the Seattle do? They ain't been the same since. All they were ever good for is the fight over there in the NFC. It just keeps happening. It keeps repeating itself. Oh, Denver comes to the Super Bowl to play us now. Oh, okay. Y'all geared up. Oh, you got us, but it ain't going to sustain. It just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. Same thing over and over. Same thing over and over, and nobody want to pay attention to it. They just want to sit here and make excuses. Oh, we straight. We just need to do this. We just need to do that. We just need a mobile quarterback. We just need this. Keep on needing stuff that ain't even been proven to work. They just like I think people just like the flash. Oh my gosh, they had 13 wins this year. It had to be because of Patrick Mahomes. Oh my gosh, they're winning like crazy. It has to be because of Lamar Jackson. Oh my gosh, they're doing so good. It has to be because of Deshaun Watson. And ain't none of these guys got past the biggest stage against the best team that just keeps it copacetic. We just keep on going for the shiny stuff that ain't even long term. I'm tired of it. I don't want the Dolphins to follow that model. Oh, the NFL is transitioning into the mobile quarterback. Since when? NFL ain't transferring into no mobile quarterback. People just getting all excited about a few mobile quarterbacks winning a lot of games and losing in the playoffs. That's what they're getting excited about. A few mobile quarterbacks winning some games with their feet and good enough to win 1 or 2 games in the playoffs and lose and don't win the big picture. That's what we need. We need that. We need a guy. We could have drafted him. How did we pass on him? Who cares? He ain't winning either. How do we pass on that guy? Who cares? He ain't winning either. Do you think Lamar Jackson is going to have a better career than Drew Brees? Put it in the comment section. Keep it 100. Do you think Lamar Jackson is going to have a better career than Drew Brees? One's mobile, one's pocket. One's mobile, one's pocket. Do you really think Lamar Jackson is going to have a better career than Drew Brees? I ain't even got to ask you about Tom Brady because he the GOAT. Hate when I say that, but he is. We already know. Ain't none of them having better. I mean, they may, but nobody would clearly out of their mouth say, oh, he's going to. Oh, nobody answered that one, huh? Lamar Jackson is more dangerous. That wasn't the question, Dante. I asked you, is Lamar Jackson going to have a better career than Drew Brees? Because all that dangerous stuff, being mobile and stuff, them guys don't even have longevity in this league. Tell me a mobile quarterback who played more than 10 years. Look how far back you got to go. Tell me a mobile quarterback that played more than 10 years. So I don't care how dangerous you are. You can be dangerous all you want for 7 years. It don't matter when you ain't in this league no more or you a backup somewhere. It won't matter. Yeah, it's hard to stay healthy. But people, for some reason, are loving it, and that's what they want. We could have had that guy. We could have had this guy. Look how far back you got to go. Brett Favre. That's how far back you got to go. And Vic. You see how far back you got to go? Do you see how far back you got to go? To name it? And even if you went before those guys, ain't many at all. They kind of ushered the era in. And truth be told, Brett Favre was a pocket passer. We know what he did here and there, but he was a pocket passer. You're right, TD. That's why Wilson transformed into a pocket passer. Had to. He had to. It was smart for him too. As long as he stay healthy, yes, but running like that, he isn't putting himself at risk. See, no. Let me straighten some people out right now. As long as he stay healthy, that is the most misinformed comment there can be. And I ain't getting on you, by the way. I'm just saying, because I know you believe that, and a lot of people do, but let me help educate y'all on something. As long as he stay healthy. Do you know why they can't stay healthy? Talk about as long as he stay healthy. The reason they can't stay healthy because every defense ends up figuring him out and they start getting blasted. Every defense ends up figuring them out. You know what they used to try to do to Vic and all of those mobile guys? Do you know what they tried to start doing to Russell Wilson and all of them early in their career when they kept killing them with their legs? The coach start coming to him and start telling the defense, what are you doing? Defensive end, stop collapsing down on the option and hit the quarterback every time. Even if he hands the ball off, he is a live player. Hit his behind. This ain't he not back to pass. You can't get no late hit on the quarterback. He handed the ball off. He is an eligible blocker. Hit his behind. And them guys start feeling them. Oh, option. Oh, I let it go. That's why you get some of them quarterbacks 3-4 years in. When they hand it off, they run backwards. They put it in there, they hand it off, and they hurry up and back up. Y'all don't notice that? On those spread option quarterbacks? They put it in their running back checks, look if they want to run or not. And if they say, oh, I'm not running, they let it go, but they back up. They take like 5 steps back real fast. Because they know eventually, regardless, you're going to get hit even if you hand it off. And they can't take but so much of that mess. That's when they start getting rib issues and bruise this and his back and his this. It ain't the kind of hits, oh my gosh, his legs were cut and he got an ACL. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about all these guys that end up wearing all that extra padding in their chest. And then they got the braces and all of that stuff. That's only because they've been taking hit after hit after hit. And now their body's starting to tell them, hey, do you know what you're doing to me? Do you know what you're doing to me? Trust me. It always slow down. These mobile quarterbacks ain't going to be like this year 6 and 7. These mobile quarterbacks ain't like this year 6 and 7. Yeah, I mean, even Russell Wilson. This man early in his career used to run 6, 7, 8 times in a game, be like, man, now it's like 2 times a game, maybe. because everything was open. Yeah, RG3, same thing. Same thing. I forgot. Did Kaepernick get hurt? Did Kaepernick get hurt early on? I don't even remember. I'll be mixing them up now. I'll be mixing them up. Who do you want gone from this team next year, TD? It's a great question. Number one, Albert Wilson. I don't want to give him no $11 million to stay hurt. Now, Cap didn't get hurt. Oh, I think his play just declined that last year before he was gone, before all the drama started. Russell balling out. Can't help but like the dude's skill and character. I agree, David, because you remember I used to get on Russell and say same thing. But what did I say a few weeks ago? Russell turned me into a believer to say he is officially an elite quarterback because he changed his game. He started getting smart. He stopped running as much. And he still got to settle in a little more, if you ask me. He still got to settle in a little bit more to be optimal. But right now, I like it. He got to throw the ball away a little more. He does have Russell Wilson hold on to the ball too now. I don't ever get on quarterbacks for holding on to the ball, especially when you're down. You just try to make something happen. TD Randall Cunningham lasted 10 years as a mobile QB. Okay. How long ago was that? That's my point. You see how far back you got to go? See how far back you go? But if we sat here and named all the mobile quarterbacks that came through this league and all the ones that end up being busts, well, we can get it. I mean, we can go all the way back to people like Pat White. Y'all remember? Don't get me started. See, that's what nobody want to talk about. Do you know how many mobile quarterbacks came in this league in the last 15 years? At least about 6, 7, 8 times the ones that's in the league right now. Shout out to you, me Messi. I'm glad you got back to me. Hopefully I'll see you Friday, bro. But I'll check you out. I'll check out what you sent me. What up, Pete? I see you. But why do I bring up stuff like this and people just whatever, man? Like, are we ever gonna be students at a game? Are we ever gonna be students at a game? Are we gonna be students at a game to say what worked in history and what didn't? What have teams chased that worked and what have teams chased that didn't work? Because it actually does aggravate me when people say, but TD, that's the way the league is turning now into the mobile quarterback. What the hell are you talking about? How is the league turning into a mobile quarterback? That's the landscape now. That ain't the landscape. That's the landscape because y'all begging for it. Because you're getting jealous. You're getting jealous of the team that got him. You're getting jealous of the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes. You wish that was the Dolphins. See, y'all, a lot of fans get jealous of something that ain't even working anyway. You're falling in love with winning 10, 11, 12 games and losing. Ain't winning Super Bowls. That's what you're falling in love with. It's still better than what we got now, TD. Yeah, I agree. But so if that's what we're going after, just winning games and never winning a Super Bowl, then man, we need a Mahomes right away. I get it. If that's what you're going for. If that's what you're going for. See, people don't like to talk about the simple fact that going after the greatest comes with risks. And I'm just saying greatest to be generous. People don't want to talk about that. Going after the greatest comes with great risks that ultimately might not allow you to win Super Bowls. I keep on asking people, name to me a quarterback that won a Super Bowl that was getting top dollars that was really good. I'm talking about elite quarterback. Name to me a quarterback who was getting top dollars that won a Super Bowl? That's all I keep asking people. Name to me a quarterback who was getting top dollar that won a Super Bowl. Yeah, TD, but you keep saying that Brady got in all of their way. And we want to ignore why Brady got in their way. We want to ignore why Tom Brady got in their way. Why? Russell Wilson didn't win a Super Bowl making top dollars. Russell Wilson was literally making less than $1 million the year he won a Super Bowl. Facts. Come on, try again. Try again. Try again. Because in the last 20 years, I bet you if you go searching, you probably only find one or two. 20 years, y'all, you only find one or two. And one of them was probably Peyton Manning, the year in Denver, if I'm not mistaken. But that was still only about 12% of the salary cap. But let's just say top dollars at the time, even though there were quarterbacks making 20 something at the time, even though he was making 12 million. Ain't that funny? Quarterbacks in the league making 20 million when he paid making 12 and won a Super Bowl. So really, I can't even say he was making top dollar, but I'm going to put him in the conversation just to help some people out. And don't forget, we are talking about Peyton Manning. Now, if you think any of these guys in the league right now stack up to Peyton Manning, ain't none of them going to have a career in the likes of Peyton Manning. You cannot believe that right now. Now, one of them might end up having one better, but you cannot believe throwing the ball, these quarterbacks and smarts, brains on the field, commanding an offense, audibling, putting his team in the best situation possible for that play. You cannot tell me a single quarterback outside of Tom Brady in this league right now can put their team in a better situation than what Peyton Manning would do. You cannot tell me that. If you can sit here and tell me what this quarterback is, stop. You're just going off of his athleticism and talent. Ain't a quarterback in this league outside of Tom Brady or maybe Aaron Rodgers even close to Peyton Manning's level when it comes to audibles, putting your team in the best situation, calling the perfect play for that defense. I ain't talking about skill, running the ball, making it happen. I'm talking about I ain't even got to be all that skillful. I just beat you with my brain. See, when Peyton Manning's body said, I can't give you any more, his brain was still functional. And he won a Super Bowl off of his brain. The man couldn't throw 40 yards when he won the Super Bowl. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Peyton Manning couldn't throw 40 yards to save his life. I saw guys 45 yards down the field underthrown, and you see him wind up and give it his all. Y'all tell me I'm wrong. Peyton Manning threw a lot of picks, though. Check the stats. But it doesn't matter. The amount of times Peyton Manning put his team in the right situation and made the big play, audible and stuff, outweighs even a high turnover rate. That's how smart he was. Please don't sit here and try to even make any stats talk down on Peyton Manning the year he won a Super Bowl in 2016, 2015 or 2016. It wasn't that long ago, if that's the right year. TD, Peyton had to evolve to using his brain because his arm strength was gone when he won the Super Bowl in Denver. Anthony, stop that. I don't even know a word to use. Stop that ridiculousness. When his arm strength was there, he was using his brain. This man was the brain of the NFL. You make it seem like, oh, he was only using his brain for like the last 3 years of his career. Really? So you mean to tell me Peyton Manning, I go out on a limb to say 70% of his career, he showed his brain. He put his team in great situations. 70% of his career, he was showing his brain. Every person uses their brain, but some use it better than others. And he was one of the best on that field doing it. And it showed. That's the difference. How y'all even doing it? Why are y'all even arguing this? Are we serious right now? Are we seriously arguing this right now about Peyton Manning? Look at this. See, Reason 13 said Peyton Manning. See, we went through this last night, Reason. You giving false facts again. Okay? That's driving a false narrative. Let me go ahead and shut down what you just said. You said Peyton Manning. Watch this. Peyton Manning was where it go? He said was the 6th highest paid QB in the league when he won with the Broncos. He was the 8th highest paid QB when he won with the coach. We just went through this last night, bro. We went through this last night. Peyton Manning was stuck in between a time change for the NFL. When he was the 6th and the 8th highest paid, he was literally still getting like 10, 11, and 12% of the salary cap. But guess who? The 5th, the 4th, the 3rd, and in the 2nd and the 1st highest paid were getting about $12 million more than him, doubling his salary. So just because that was the year when the new salaries for the quarterbacks had took off. They went up real high. So all those guys of that year were making 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. They were making the millions up in the 20s. And everybody else was still on those old deals. Like Peyton Manning at the end of those old deals was making 12, 13, 11, 9. We went through this last night, bro. So don't make it seem like, oh, he was the 6th highest paid. Yeah, he was the 6th highest paid, but that's a whole difference. It was a whole difference because the people above him were making 2 times the amount he was making. 2 times the amount. But I can't believe y'all sitting here even questioning anything about Peyton Manning and his brain. Talk about he only start using his brain when he didn't have the arm strength. No, that's when you start noticing it because you start saying to yourself, oh my gosh, he can't even throw the ball. How is he getting it done? Because you couldn't notice it when he could throw the ball that he was using his brain. Perfect defensive coverages. You could tell the play that they call it. Man, this man audible like 80% of every play he came to the offensive line on. They did an interview with him. He said, well, sometimes I would come to the line and I got a good play. I got a play that can get us 15 yards, but in the defense they're in, I got a higher probability play that can get us 25. So I switched to that. You know how many quarterbacks in this league go up to the line of scrimmage and say, yeah, the play I got called is going for about 15 yards with this defense and it's going to work. Let's run it. Peyton Manning came to the line and said, yeah, the play I got to call is going to go about 15 yards and with this defense, it's going to work. But I also know another play that's going to go 25 yards and it's going to work. Omaha, line, ha! That's what Peyton Manning was doing. That's what he was doing. That's the difference that you don't see. That's the difference you don't see. 90% of Patrick Mahomes, name them, any one of Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, I don't know why I'm having a brain fart. The Baltimore Ravens, Jackson. They come to that line, they run the play that's called. You don't see them guys out there audibling like that. They ain't maximizing what they can get. They're like, oh, this should work. And they running the play. This guy wanted perfection on every play. What's the max play I can get based off of this defensive set? Brady said it one time. It made him become more of a student of the game. Made him become, and some of y'all so young, y'all ain't even see Peyton Manning. You weren't even following football like this when Peyton Manning was doing his wizardry. Wizardry, whatever, however you want to say it. Peyton Manning out there, Peyton Manning was the marvel of the league. I'm going to tell you now, if Peyton Manning could play a little longer, it shouldn't have been a question that Peyton Manning was the greatest of all time, but the injuries and different stuff like that, his body caught up with him a whole lot quicker. Peyton Manning was revered, right? Matter of fact, let's keep it 100. When Brady was in his prime, they were talking about how Peyton Manning is in line to be the GOAT. But when Brady just kept winning, it kind of overshadowed Peyton Manning. Don't forget that, y'all. Peyton Manning was that guy. He was that lead. He was that guy that nobody wanted to mess with. It didn't matter what defense. It doesn't matter how great the defense was. You bet on Peyton Manning. You bet on Peyton Manning. It didn't matter how good the defense. You would pick Peyton Manning over Brady any day of the week when Brady was in his prime. Facts. Tom Brady's sustained success is what made everybody overshadow anything anybody else has done to say Tom Brady is the GOAT. And I agree with that. He's the GOAT because it's the longevity of success that gave Tom Brady the GOAT status. But literally, when Peyton Manning was in his prime, not Peyton Manning, when Tom Brady literally was in his prime, Peyton Manning was to be the one that was rival. Ain't nobody, Tom Brady over there doing all that amazing stuff, but ain't nobody betting against no Peyton Manning. It don't matter who he going up against. You can do the ranking all you want. While Tom Brady was in his prime, Peyton Manning was on the number one. Anybody's big board, they would say Peyton Manning is my guy. Some of y'all don't even know nothing about that. It wasn't even long ago. It wasn't even that long ago. It's crazy that Brady's success has actually hurt Peyton Manning's legacy, if you ask me. It actually hurt Peyton Manning's legacy. His legacy cemented, but y'all know what I mean. Peyton Manning, you would have thought he was going to be the GOAT when Tom Brady was in his prime. See, some of y'all really don't know what we talk about here. Because I said when Tom Brady was in his prime, Peyton Manning would have been picked. Nobody would have said they would have took Tom Brady over Peyton when nobody would have took Tom Brady over Peyton when Tom was even in his prime. Man, some of y'all better go back and do y'all research, man. Y'all better understand the history of these quarterbacks in this league. And don't get me wrong, I don't know much about the quarterbacks in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. I know about the 90s, but it's still even a blur because all I watched was Marino. And I was young. But you catch me in the last 20 to 25 years, man, y'all better wake up because that's the pulse of the league. The money's different. The way this game is played is different. The rules are different. Receivers can be physical back then. See, we don't talk about that either. Some of these guys were GOATs when when quarterbacks could be physical on receivers. They could fight in the first 5 yards, not bump. They could fight. You know how they talk about the NBA? Oh, the Jordan versus LeBron. In Jordan's day, man, a flagrant 2 is a common foul. In the NFL, that's how it was too. Not as crazy, to be honest, but because you can still get flagged in the NFL, but you can get physical in that bump and run area. Now illegal contact. It's just a little too much. They want to clean the game up so much. These guys were doing that stuff in that era. Yeah, and I ain't even going to mention the rules to protect the QBs. Don't forget, Peyton Manning was in the era where they weren't protecting the QBs, and then in the era when they were protecting the QBs. He was in both eras. And Tom Brady, the reason they created to protect the QBs. Facts. Tom Brady is the reason they start protecting QBs. Especially that year he went down with an ACL. Somebody hit him low. Oh, my gosh. It's like the league said, oh, he out for the year. Oh, my gosh. The revenue has dropped by billions. Tom Brady. Don't let nobody touch him. They roll their eyes at him. Suspend him for the season. Don't let nobody touch him. Back when Tom Brady can literally throw the ball and a lineman pull up and tap him on the shoulder. Tom Brady look at the ref, go like that. Beep. Beep. What? I just touched him and said, hey, good throw. Don't touch Brady. Like, haven't y'all heard all these reports lately that referees have literally told players, don't touch Brady? Y'all ain't heard those reports? This has been going on for a long time. They've been talking about this for a long time. Referees will tell you, don't hit Brady. Don't touch him. Some of y'all might be thinking I'm talking smoke right now. Y'all might think that I'm just talking right now. Y'all literally might think that I'm just talking crazy right now. That is happening in the league. Players have been reporting for years. Not until now, people are actually saying it a little more. But they've been saying it for years. The referee told me don't come close to Brady. The referee told me don't hit Brady. Brady started that mess. That's why these quarterbacks getting cakewalk. You think in 1995, Lamar Jackson would be doing what he's doing right now? Lamar Jackson would be on a stretcher. You think Lamar Jackson will be doing what he do? Mahomes will be doing what he doing? You better sit back there and be a pocket passer, and that's if we want to allow you to. Them defensive ends would have been eating turkey dinner all year. All year. All freaking year. Y'all don't understand the history of this NFL with these quarterbacks. And you wonder why I don't glorify them like some of y'all do. Oh, for 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns. In today's league, that is remarkable. But what I don't like about it, 20 years from now, we'll be talking about how they need to be in the Hall of Fame as the greatest of all time when the real greatest of all time went through some real stuff. They went through some real football. They did similar to the same thing. Y'all raving about these stats now when these guys can't even be coughed on. And you wonder, TD, why you so hard on quarterbacks? Because I miss the old way of playing football where they had to earn it. That's when you appreciate a quarterback, when you know they earning it. What happened to the games where the players get off the ground and the jersey could be, I don't care what color it is. By the third quarter, it's the opposite color. What happened to those days where the quarterbacks had blood coming down their elbows in the end of the first quarter? What happened to the days when the quarterback was picking grass out their helmet almost every play? What happened to those days? What happened to the days where every sack was a pile on the quarterback? 6 people on top of him, including his own players. Just like they move a fumble out the way, the refs used to have to do that for the quarterback just for a sack. What happened to those days? That's why you love those quarterbacks then, because you know what they went through to get what they got, and they still balled out. Still balled out. And don't get me wrong, I understand. They got to protect the quarterback because the amount of great quarterbacks were on a decline. Y'all don't forget that. The amount of great quarterbacks, they were on a decline. When all them quarterbacks of the 90s start retiring, and all you had was Brady, Peyton, and a young Rodgers, and y'all who know football know what I'm talking about. When you had all those guys, it wasn't many great quarterbacks like it used to be, or at least respectable ones that used to fight for every inch. And when it was on a decline, the viewership start declining. So, this player's out for the year because he got hit hard. The viewership start declining. We got to protect the brand. We got to make sure people love to watch. They don't watch when they star quarterback go down and they went from winning 13 games and now they winning 2. Everybody done bought his jersey. Everybody raving about him. That's what it's about. It's about the money. That's why they protect the quarterback. I get all that. Plus, the quarterbacks were asking, hey, man, they got to protect us better. But that was those diva quarterbacks. That was all the divas that came in. They were divas. Straight divas. Shout out to Jersey Dolphins. Said, preach, man. Preach, my man. Preach. I'm trying. Yeah, Lane, I answer questions in chat, but I'm on my high horse right now. You're going to have to forgive me, bro. I'm on my high horse. When I'm on my high horse, I'm riding. I'm going in. And I ain't trying to trick you into donating, but I always hit the donation ones because it's color on the screen and I got to hit it. They're my sponsors, them the commercial breaks. It was all about money, man. It was all about money. That's why they start getting protected. Imagine the talent we have now with the old rules. Ain't nobody scoring no 40 points. You crazy? Ain't nobody scoring these high 30s every week. You got 16 to 10. Man, we put up 24 points this week. Whoa! 30 is a beast of a game. Now you got people putting up 50, 50s, 40s, and 50s almost every week. Quarterbacks back there eating lunch while they playing football, and we glorify that crap. Trust me, all y'all young cats that's new to football in the last 10 years, trust me, you would appreciate this game so much more if they let these players loose on these quarterbacks. You would appreciate it. All these sucky teams in the league would be so much more competitive if they let people get to the quarterback, because it was a lot more competition in this league 20 years ago. A whole lot more competition. All these bum teams now, they be competitive. Take them quarterback rules away and all them ridiculous pass interference, small little jostling away. Oh, but everybody will be competitive. This whole league, the fan bases will grow. The problem is the NFL turned into the NBA. It's all about marketing players, but you can't market them if they're not available. It turned into the NBA. They make the majority of their money now on marketing players. But you can't market something that ain't on the field because they hurt. You can't market them. You can't. No, it ain't because of concussions. It ain't because of concussions. Because all the secondary penalties that had nothing to do with concussions. I ain't talking about the hits. I'm talking about the pass interference calls, not the personal fouls, just the pass interferences. All that hand jostling and all that hand on the bottom of the hip, that was allowed back then, baby. Let's go. It's football. You better go up and get it. You better go be great. You better go be great. Quarterbacks, it wasn't concussions, but I ain't gonna lie, boy, they were getting whacked. Them quarterbacks was getting whacked. Whacked. Y'all don't even understand. Now we got every rule known to man. I understand all the high hits, the helmet to the if you touch your helmet on that helmet, that makes sense. They could have made that rule change. That's all good for me. But all of the other ones with the quarterback, nah, you had at least 2 seconds to hit the quarterback after he threw the ball. Throw the ball, one, bam. You at least had that. Now you got about 0.25 seconds, less than a half a second. You hit that quarterback after a half a second, you getting flagged. And most of the time we arguing if he pulled up or if he tried to. It didn't matter. It don't matter. It didn't matter. Man. Yeah, I like that comment, Joseph Bryant. He said wide receivers were getting clothesline going across the middle. See, some of y'all young cats don't even know the term that used to be. This term used to be the main thing used in defense. The most important part of an offense was we got to get a guy who ain't scared to go through the middle. Y'all remember when it was a journey to go through the middle of the field? Man, that was a test. If you can go through the middle of the field and get it done, you one of them boys. Y'all remember when the talk was, you come through this middle of the field, oh yeah, we'll see. You had players before the game in their interviews, yeah, let them come across that middle, we'll see. Talking their noise. That's back when coming across that middle, you don't come across the middle. Oh, you had to sometimes, but if you did and you stood up, oh man, them DBs will give you your props. That's when them linebackers used to love when you came across that middle too. Them linebackers used to eat. You come across that middle. And that's when, but you could tell it was so hard coming across the middle that you had more drop balls in the middle than anything because they heard them feet coming. Now in football, ain't nobody scared to come across no middle. It ain't nothing but a crossing route now. It ain't nothing but coming from one side to the other. Ain't nobody fear coming across the middle. Nobody fears coming across the middle anymore. Back then, and it wasn't even back then, 15 plus years ago, you come across that middle you won't. Oh, I used to love that. When that ball used to get released across the middle, you just knew something was gonna happen. Oh, he catches it. Boom! That's when every game had the we used to, like, how many times do you do that now? How many times do you watch a game and you say, ooh, whoa, he got lit up. And it was legal. The truth is, them hits back then weren't illegal. It wasn't to the helmet. These guys were just blasting you and blowing you up. It's just that now, even the legal hits sometimes get called illegal. So everybody, man, they suspend you out the league. They call you a habitual offender. I'm just pulling up on every play now. Now people don't want to lose their job and their money. So defenders are soft in the middle now. Defenders are soft in the middle now because the league that made it, man, they done restricted that coming across the middle. Now, I ain't gonna lie, that coming across the middle will give you concussions for sure. And it wouldn't hits to the head. It's just the whiplash. It was the whiplash. Man, boy, that used to be the game right there. And you used to be proud of a receiver that held on to a ball after them hits. And he held on to it. But you know what? I think what it is about 12, 13 years ago, what happened was, and I don't blame, it's just wishful thinking for me. I don't blame them about the coming through the middle stuff. Let me stop. Because it got to a point that even legal hits, man, guys that catch the ball when they got hit, they were stiff. You could tell, oh my God, something wrong with him. Like he'll get hit, bam, and he'd be on the ground in one state and won't even move. Just stiff. Arms up, one leg up. It just looked crazy. Like, oh, I'm literally stuck. Like my body's stuck. Like that's how hard them hits were. It's still happening, TD, because Juju Smith got blown a week. Yeah, it still happens here and there. It still happens here and there. But you know what I'm talking about. It happened in every game in the past. But for us to sit here and say it's still happening, TD, because Juju Smith got blown a few weeks ago. You see how we had to reach back to a few weeks ago? Man, we used to have 10 games on Sunday, and it happened 15 times on Sunday. 15 times. Between all the games, you had 15. Whoa! Did you see that hit? Man, that's when the sport was violent. I mean, it's still violent because they fighting, but it's more pushing violent now. It's more pushing and pulling and tugging violent now. But it used to be, it used to be a war. You knew you were putting your body and everything on the line when you went out there. Quarterbacks knew they were going to war when they went out there. It was wartime. I know a lot of y'all remember this stuff I'm talking about right now. I know y'all remember this. I can't be the only one. I know y'all. I know I ain't just talking out my mind to build up the past and discredit the now. Come on. All y'all that been watching football more than 10 years, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know. Those hit scary. I don't miss them at all. The scary part, I get what you're saying, but man, it's a part of defense, man. That was. I mean, let's keep it 100, y'all. That's what the sport was. That's what the sport was. And I'm all for making it safer. That's real talk. I'm all for making it safer. But were those the things that aren't those the things that made the sport what it was? Now it's commercialized. So it's just wrapped up in a bowl for y'all to enjoy with all the edits and everything. But that's what made this game. Yes, it's part of the game. It's a part of the game. It's a freaking part of the game, man. I don't have a problem with it. The game is the strongest it's ever been. Yeah, but it's the strongest it's ever been because the marketing brand, the marketing force that it has made it stronger. The quality of the game ain't stronger. You think it is because stats are up. They can make stats up easily. I mean, all they got to do right now, they can tell the NFL, they can make a rule right now to build the revenue and the stats and everything. All they got to do is change the rule as simple as you can't even bump and run in the first 5 anymore. Cornerbacks cannot touch a receiver in the first 5 yards anymore. I mean, now we got average scores in the 40s and 50s for every team. It's that simple. In the game, then we're going to say the game is better than it's ever been right now. Yeah, because more people watch, because it's more exciting. You cheer more. You have more happy moments because there's more touchdowns. That's just marketing. That's a rule change that makes it even more popular. And it's more popular because it gives you more good feel because you score more. If you're the quarterback you love, score 3 touchdowns in the game, there's 3 times in the game you have a yay moment. But if you change a rule that makes them score 6 times a game, you have 6 times in a game where you have a yay moment. You appreciate it a lot more because you say yay more. It's a good feeling. That's just marketing. That's marketing. That's in the NFL at its best, making this game to where it draws more fans that love it even more. But it wouldn't even, it's almost like this country, how they say, well, the forefathers meant it like this and the forefathers meant it like that. Yeah, the way the game played now ain't what the forefathers of the NFL meant. You know, they brought it in to be that violent sport. Man, they helmets used to be made out of cushion, not no hard hat. They used to tackle with half the pads we got now. Brutal hits too. Just pure grit versus grit, body versus body. So yeah, it's stronger than it's ever been. It's going to be stronger, and it's going to continue to get stronger. If it's going to make them more money, they'll make the rule change. Even if, they've talked about taking away kickoffs, period. So you know it's about money. Oh, well, it's safer. No, you don't realize you take away kickoffs, you save time in the games. You can put more on TV. Make the games faster. That's what they trying to do. They still gonna get the same money from the sponsors in a less time. Y'all don't get that? We're gonna get the same money from the sponsors in less time. A 2.5-hour game is gonna take 2 hours now. Y'all better understand the business of this game. Understand, and then they want more teams, they want more games played. Dang, I wonder how they survived that era. Oh, they survived because everybody did it. That's what this league was. That's what this league was. It was a brutal sport, but it came with consequences. A lot of guys struggling in their late age. They got these 50-year-old ex-NFL players feeling like they're 80. They around here feeling like they're 80. You know? That's why you wonder why some people retire. Why would he retire? He's so good, this and that. He's just trying to be alive for his family. He want to make sure that when he turns 50 years old, his wife ain't taking care of him like he 80. That's all it is. Because once CTE and all that stuff was proven, these guys, you got to make life decisions playing football. Well, the way the league has changed. And that's another thing. They had to change the rules because they're going to lose the market for their fans. Not the fans, but the players. They're going to lose the market for players. You're not going to have as large of a pool. If they never did anything about CTE, football would be actually on a decline right now. It would be on a decline. Y'all know the era in the last 5 years of parents that saying, I'm not letting my child play football. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's a conversation out there. I'm not letting my child play football. That's a real conversation that's happening all around this country. I am not letting my child play football. After what was discovered with CTE. Man, you got 8-year-olds and 12-year-olds that's already having hits that could cause CTE, but they won't know it for another 20 years or something. It's crazy, man. This is a violent sport, man, but this is what they signed up for. That's what the big bucks was supposed to be about. But now these guys making that kind of money and ain't even going through nothing in those regards. Y'all really think some of these superstar quarterbacks we got now would be superstars in 1995, in the year 2000? Hell, I tell you, some of the last times I saw the real defenses was the Ray Lewis Baltimore Ravens. What year was that, y'all? What year was that? What year was that when those boys were really laying that wood in Baltimore? You know, what year was that? That's about one of the last years. That and maybe another year or two. I'm just throwing another year or two out for the phase out. But that year, 2000, 2003, somewhere in there. That's about the end of that era. That's when the new era started to be ushered in. Between 2000 and 2003, the Ray Lewis years were the last of the Mohicans. The last group of people that were laying hits like that and not apologizing for it. That white jersey was all black at the end of the game. They gave it both elbows bleeding, cut. Elbows, jersey got red blood on it with black mud. You could see the blood all on it. Giving it up, giving it all. I don't never see blood no more on them fields. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Every game you see blood all on different jerseys. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all let me know if y'all remember what I'm talking about. You always saw blood on jerseys, different jerseys. Offensive lineman got blood on them. Quarterback got blood on them. You see blood on people, jersey arms. You see blood on their jersey. You see it. Man, TD, can you please read my comments? Yeah, Warren Sapp was too. Can you please read my comments from before about NFL and NCAA having the same rules when it comes to penalties? Anthony said 2003 anymore. Where's Anthony? Anthony said, TD, do you think it would benefit the NFL and NCAA? I have universal rules when it comes to penalties to tell him and all these issues they've been having with getting the calls right. I mean, that would be lovely and beneficial, but at the same token, hold on, y'all give me a second. One moment. You gonna hang out with me? What's wrong? You wanna hang out with Daddy? Come on. Hi. Hold on. You gonna hang out with me? Say hi. Oh, he's not hearing it. What's wrong? You're not even crying. You just whining. What's wrong? All right, you going to mama. I'll be back, y'all. Let me take him to mama. I know she's back there reading. Hold on. Huh? You want some? Okay, I'm coming. You? Where you at? Hold on, let me get him a bottle. I'll be back. Okay. Hold on. Nothing, I'm live. Yeah, I am. Go ahead. No, you're good. He's hanging out. He's walking around. I don't know why he was whining. I think he might have just fell or something back there. My bad, guys. Man, what was that question about the NCAA having the same rules? Little one crying because Dolphins 3-9. That door is busted. Having the same rules, that's a catch-22. You want to come hang out with me? Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, you just wanted to drink. You wanted a drink? Well, you wait some on your nose. All right. I think the issue with that, come on. I think the issue with that is don't mess with the tree, okay? The issue with that is having the same rules. Think about it. A lot of these guys wouldn't have the same stats coming into the NFL. They wouldn't be as good. Imagine the NCAA having to have 2 feet in bounds. Have you thought about that? Imagine the NCAA requiring 2 feet in bounds. Half of these guys that have high prospects now that's receivers wouldn't. Yes. Oh, mommy wants you. Go, mommy. What's wrong? Say hi. Oh, you got him? Okay. It's like he want to come to me, but you think he's just sleepy? Could be. Oh. Little TD wanted his. Oh Lord, no. But half these guys is good in the NFL. I mean, that's high prospects. That's receivers. Wouldn't even be as high prospects if they had to get 2 feet in bounds. You know how many of these guys only get 1 foot in? A lot of those rules are a little bit easier for them. It's a lot easier for them. So I'm not sure about that. Plus, it's a different league. It makes its own money. It's which again, I wish they would just I wish they would literally just pay these college players and make it more so that these guys can make more decisions for themselves. I hate that part of college football. But universal rules as far as that would make it better for the fans, I would say. I will put it like that. It would be better for the fans. Little Mark Duper and little Mark Clayton got their butts lit up back in the day and still held the football. Missed those days. I agree, man. I want that to happen. I don't want easy for them. Yes, and Pee Wee, your thoughts 2 feet in. Man, I'm 2 feet in on every sport, every league in football. I just think that's the rule at the highest level. Then they need to be preparing these kids for that. 2 feet in, period. You make the field bigger when you only require 1 foot in. If you understand football, you understand what I mean when I say that. The field is bigger when you require 1 foot in because it's less required of the offensive player. And a defensive player picking a pick on the sideline 1 foot in. I want that to happen. I don't want true all the way. Yes, college students should get 20% of they attribute to. Yeah. They just need to pay them regardless so they ain't got to look for other ways to make money. It's not easy being a college student. A lot of these young players are underprivileged anyway, so they need to survive in general. They have to survive in general, so it's tough. You should be paying them because here's what's frustrating about it. They're making money. They're making money off of these kids. They're making massive money off of them, and it's not right. And then they only allow a certain amount of scholarships, just not right, man. But I think we're about an hour and 25 minutes in. I feel bad for my little one, and I'm going to go help my wife, y'all. I was supposed to be live for an hour, and we're an hour and 24 minutes in. So I'm going to pretty much end the stream right there, man. I think that was a good conversation tonight to have. Let some of y'all know, take some of y'all back to where when things used to be different. I had to educate y'all on this quarterback stuff, man. I'm tired of it. Us thinking that I'm just tired of it, man. But I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I appreciate it because my little one was crying. I want to make sure that he ain't, because my wife was trying to read and stuff. So I'm gonna make sure he's give her time because that's always important. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're new, hit that like button on your way out. Thank you for all your love, support. Everybody who donates to the channel, thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. This is TD Phins Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Of course, tomorrow I will be live talking about some of the news with the Dolphins. Also, we have a panel conversation about 2:30 when Tua goes live about his future. So stay tuned tomorrow. I will see you all soon. Love you, love you, love you. This is TD Phins Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Peace, and shout out to Fake Spike 94 with the donation just now of $10 on said Christmas donation. Shout out to you, homie. I appreciate that, man. On the third day of Christmas, Fake Spike gave to me $9.99. I'm out of here. I'm about to go. Thank you so much for the donation. Peace. Oh, man.